Hello everyone. I hope everyone's doing great. It's your fave Scorpiomoonbae, aka Nandi. And so we're kicking it off this great Monday with Heavenly Honey. So every week I'm going to drop some, astrology forecast predictions about what's going to be hitting us, throughout the week, what kind of energies we can expect. So I kicked the camera, sorry. Okay, first up we have May 20th through June 20th, okay? And it is the sun in Gemini, which means it's Gemini season. So happy birthday to all the Gemini babies. It's gonna be a great time. Because Gemini is very quick moving energy, and it's like the sun is in that sign, so the sun would be sitting at 3 o'clock, if that makes sense. That's where it would be from us, essentially, because we're in the middle. It's like we're in our own little world. But anyway, Gemini energy represents communication, the way you think, learning, think like very playful, childlike kind of vibes. You're just curious. Everything's gonna be really lighthearted. You could be very social around this time, maybe active on social media. So I think the one thing to kind of keep in mind is first, have fun, meet some new people, learn some new perspectives. I think that would be so much fun. You could find yourself multitasking a lot. Because Gemini is a air sign, so it's all about the mind, the way you think, so you're gonna be all over the place. There could also be a lot of really great ideas popping up as well. So I recommend this all the time, but around this time especially, I would keep a journal on you and take notes of any ideas that pop up, because it's just like, you never know where that will lead you, especially now where like people are starting companies left and right, or just different opportunities for people to just be creative and explore and have fun and be them, so I think that could be, again, be mindful of multitasking, because sometimes it can get overwhelming or you can get burnt out real quick. That's something to definitely keep in mind. Also, I would start, maybe, I feel like this would be great. This would be a great time to do some reading, learn. If there's something that you're really interested in. Sorry, I'm like listening. So the next transit that I'm going to talk about, I think I'm just going to go ahead and segue right into it. So on May 23rd through October 10th, Saturn is going to go retrograde in the sign of Aquarius. So Saturn's going to be sitting at 11 o'clock, if you can kind of picture that. So essentially, whenever people say retrograde, all it means is that the planet really slows down. And to us, it looks like it's going in reverse, but it's just going real slow. And during that time period, I would take a moment to just kind of sit and reflect on the way that you're moving in that present moment. And if it's making sense to your growth, if it's going to create stability for you. And that's something to really keep in mind. That stability is Saturn energy all day. And then you have the energy of Aquarius. It's a little bit more rebellious, because Saturn is very like father type of energy, and then Aquarius is kind of like that rebel teenager. So it's just like there could be a lot of people just revolting, or just really wanting to have their own way. But it's also, since the planet is going into reverse, you might need to revisit and restructure certain things, especially on the collective level. That's Aquarius energy right there. Because Aquarius people, who's an Aquarius? Meg the Stallion is an Aquarius, and so she just like makes friends with everyone. That's the kind of, like driving the boat. Like that's a perfect description of like the Aquarius energy. It's very rebellious, but also like, giving, making sure everybody's straight. Very underdog energy as well. So on a global scale, we're going to be feeling this because a lot of different things dealing with governments and how business works is going to be restructured. Retrograde Saturn, all about structure. So and then on the collective level, Aquarius, we're actually going to be restructuring things that are going to be able to like benefit everyone as a whole, not just our own little clique over here. It's like, it's good, we're really going to be mindful of what we do and how we do it and how that's going to again affect the collective. Okay. So one thing going back to the transit from earlier, we're gonna be entering Gemini season on May 20th. As I said, learning is going to be really crucial and really, it's a great time to do that. So I would get some books, support your local libraries. And the reason why I think it's so important to, if you're like trying to build something that's going to be stable, Saturn, you need to know what the fuck you're doing. So this is the perfect time to do your research. Make sure that, when the time is right, you're going to be straight. And then next week, we're going to get into, Mercury is going to be going into retrograde, slowing down. So it's like you really, and during that time, you can really just kind of chill and relax. But that's a conversation for next week. So tune in. Tune in, please. But that's, again, we're just gonna have a lot of things are going to be shaken up. And I feel like, I mentioned with Saturn, it does represent, very CEO type energy. Politicians, people that are really in the public eye. So what's going to be happening is, again, we're just restructuring everything. The perfect example is, Dogecoin. This is the perfect example. Dogecoin is something that, someone created. It's, a cryptocurrency based off of the meme, that has just been insane. But anyway, definitely look into it because, because it just dipped, and I think it's probably going to pop back up pretty soon because it's kind of gradually moving. So buy some Dogecoin. Thank me later if you didn't know it. But yes, Dogecoin, it's, or just learning about cryptocurrency and the stock market. So many people have been able to create a stable foundation, especially when it's coming, when it's dealing with finances for themselves, for their family. And so that's, again, making something that's going to be stable and reliable. And having that access, or the access to the stock market and how that works has, is now available for the collective, if that makes sense. So it's like now we have access to the technology, the information, and everything to create money through technology. And it's much easier, to make money nowadays. It's not like back in the day where it felt like, it just felt like, how are these rich people making so much fucking money when they like barely do anything? It's because they don't they a lot of times like they don't work very hard from it, especially if you know how to work and understand stock markets and cryptocurrency and stuff like that. So that's why it's like, it's information that has been unleashed out into the collective, and now these people who will be viewed as like underdogs or maybe like lower class or middle class, those kind of people, now they can kind of like create something stable for themselves and not feel like they have to struggle to make ends meet. It's like, if I got a phone and I got this, again, technology, that's Aquarius energy as well. So it's like, again, we're just everything's being restructured. You know, this information is not just for the elected officials or politicians or, you know, big businessmen or whatever. It's like now people have, you know, you have access to this information. So again, if you are trying to create something stable for yourself, Saturn, this is the perfect time, especially to use technology to learn, technology, Aquarius energy. So do what you need to do. Use these resources while we have them. Because I'm like, you never know. These bitches might turn off Wi-Fi one day. I don't even know if that's possible. I feel like it is. So do what you can. Do what you can right now. But that's it for this week for Heavenly Honey. I hope that this information helps. And gives you a little bit of clarity on what's going to be coming up, how you should move, and Dogecoin. Get it together. You'll thank me later. You'll thank me later. Just look into it. Check out Robinhood. I know they got the platform for it, or whatever platform you feel comfortable using. Stay away from CashApp. Yeah, stay away from CashApp. I don't know what the fuck is going on over there. Stay away from CashApp. But check out Robinhood. Get you some Dogecoin. Good luck. Bye.